was working this time because Sean took time yesterday and we went through everything and I discovered what was wrong. So let's see. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Mary. Hi, Tangle Zest. Hi, Vera. Hi, Mary again. Oh, yeah. Hi, Frank. Hi, Linda. I'm up a little early because I wanted to try to make sure everything was working okay. So I'll wait until probably about 5 minutes after 6 to, yeah, it's not 6, I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. I'll tell you what time it is here. I will wait until 5 after 7 my time to make sure everybody gets in that's coming in, and then I'll start talking to you. Hi, Pat. So everything looks okay to you guys, and you can hear me okay? Do I sound too loud? Do I sound too low? Yeah. Hi, Terry. Okay, Terry. Hey, Kathleen. I'm a little early because I'm making sure this stuff works this time. I had to block my dog out because she'll probably be in here talking if I leave her in here. Everything all good here? Sound and video. You look lovely today, Katie. You look and sound great. Thank you. Man, my stomach was turning flip-flops earlier because I was worried this wouldn't go up like it's supposed to. Because me and Sean spent about an hour and a half trying to figure out what went wrong with me and Martha, and we figured out what the problem was. Hi, JK. What is your name so I can stop calling you that? Uh-oh. That bot did a delete message again. Hey, Kathleen, I'll try to fix that. I don't know exactly all the little tweaking to that yet. I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what, I'll ask Sean how to fix it, okay? He's out and about with one of the foreign students, so I don't know if I'll be able to talk to him at all, but I'll get him to help me fix that problem. So don't use anything funny until I figure out what the problem is. Hi, Joyce. That's better. Does your nick mean something, Joyce? I'm so sorry, Kathleen, but I didn't. I'm still learning. I barely knew what I was doing when I set up the bot, but you know, Sean walked me through it. If you type friends, you can see, hang on, I'll show you. If you type this, you can see a few people's links and how to look up their channel. And I'll probably be slowly adding to it as I get to know everybody that has channels. It's okay. I added regular text, but it still tried laugh out loud. I'm cool. No worries. Okay. Yeah, I don't want anybody walking out of here mad. It said it was using caps. Don't use all caps. Oh, that's the problem. First name, initial, and last name. Oh, okay. Are you from the United States or from another country, Joyce? First name. Hi, Teresa. Hey, you want to be what do you call it? A moderator? Because I can add you if you're interested. Alabama. Where in Alabama? Hi, Denise. Alabama. My mother was born and raised in Alabama. Hi, Martha. Good that you come into the channel. I was hoping you would come. Look, did you see I have two screens? So next time you and I get together, I should be able to be all right with us. Hi, Beverly. Okay, Teresa. Let's see. How am I supposed to do that? See if I can remember how to do this actually. I'll put, wow. Where did he tell me to go find that at? Oh, I got to do it in my YouTube. I like that just a setting on the dryer. No, you're not late. I started early so I could make sure everything was working. And I just, it's okay if people come in early. It's not supposed to start for another 3 minutes. Okay, did I miss something here? Where was your mom from? She was from Jasper, Alabama. And some of my family still lives there. My cousins all live there. I have been to Pensacola a few times because I was raised in Florida. Pensacola is beautiful. I don't think I'd want to live there though, because it's prime candidate for hurricanes. I lived in Lake City for since 1976. And the only hurricanes we ever experienced was a tropical storm kind where they were back to back coming through the central part up north of Florida. Hey, Martha, do you know how to add another moderator? I can't remember how to do it now. Probably because I have to do it in YouTube somewhere. Or in the bot one, I can't remember. Sean's not here for me to ask. Sticker and magnet designs. How do you make them, Jackie? If on the laptop, click on the 3 dots by my name. Oh, okay. There we go. That's right. Sean did tell me that. I just didn't remember. Please like the video when you can and make sure you, after the live is done, you guys, and I'm going to make this comment again. You're going to hear it more than once tonight, probably. Can y'all, after the video is done, I need you to comment about where you're from for one thing. And also, if you have any additional questions that you discover you want to ask that I may miss once this channel starts filling up with people, please ask them there. And I promise I will answer them because I've been answering everybody's comments. It's nice to see you again too, Sue. Hi, Kelly. I live near 3 fault lines. Oh my gosh. Does it shake all the time? And Joyce says she's in Tornado Alley. Wow. How often have you seen a tornado go through your area? Hi, Peggy. I'll get started in about, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes and then I'm going to start. I just want to make sure more people get in here so I don't have to repeat myself. So while I'm waiting, which would you want? What do you want to see first? What I got in the mail or what I'm going to show you that relates to works in progress and UFOs and stuff? Hi. Yeah, that they're coming. Hi, Beverly. Y'all make my heart swell because you've been so supportive, and I really appreciate it. And my husband sends his greetings from the ocean. Right now, fishing's going pretty good, or shrimping. I don't have a cry cup. I don't know if I would use it enough to warrant paying for one. Yeah, I figured out how to get 2 screens thanks to Sean of The Guy Who Sews. Yesterday we spent a few, I don't know how long, an hour and a half, and we discovered what I did wrong with when me and Martha were live. We figured out what went wrong there, and now I know what to do. He says the more I do it, the easier it will get. And you see, I haven't crashed and burned yet. Minor earthquakes here and there that almost no one feels as they are too deep. If any of those fault lines do anything major, it is going to be a huge problem. Yeah, I can imagine. With hurricanes, you can leave. You don't get much warning with earthquakes and tornadoes. Yep, I agree with you there. So do you have a tornado shelter? Do y'all like the 2 screens the way I have it set up? Male. 2 people say male. Who else? Any more male or the other? I am going to play around with my phone a bit soon. And I get it to be a wet. Yeah, I'm using my OnePlus Nord for this one over here. Dang it. I don't know how to point it that one. See, I'm pointing it myself. That's the phone. And this one is the laptop. Peggy Land, what channel do you have? Or what's the name of your channel? Yeah, we have a basement, but you can barely stand up in it. Tangles has fixed the other. What was the other? The other are some UFOs and works in progress, along with some other things I'm gonna talk to you guys about. We had it very mild. Yeah, you weren't the one getting tornadoed all over the place. It was what, Kentucky, and what other state was it that was getting all those tornadoes? Even though I live over here in Greenland now, I still keep up with what's going on in our home country. Hi, Janet. That's a good idea, Kelly. Sean, I have a tablet, Kindle Fire, but I don't know if it'll do this with it or not. So that's why I chose to use my phone as a secondary camera, because I have a little stand I'm using on it. Here, I'll show it to you. This little thing, do you see it? That's what I'm using. And I can stick it up between the sewing machine and up in between the cutting table and the sewing machine, so you can see me sewing. I'm not going to sew tonight because I have a long list of things I'm going to share with you guys. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Wow, that was delayed. Interesting. Hi, Nancy. Funny, I was in PT, I can't. Suddenly, everyone's phones went to start screaming alarms. Take cover! We laughed, but it was 4.3, just 40 miles away, where we're so used to them, we don't even feel it. Yeah. Supposedly there was one while I was in California, I think up north or something, and we didn't feel it where we were at. Because my daughter lives in central California. You know something? You mentioned siren. Do you want to hear something funny? Every Wednesday at 12 noon, a siren goes off here. And the first few times I heard it, I would jump up. I'm like, what is that? What is that? And Nikolai says, oh, they're just testing it and they do it every Wednesday. Do you know that if there was really an emergency happening, I would never hear it because my brain has shut that sound off. Because when I first started hearing it, it's hard. My brain doesn't like it, put it that way. And so now I don't even hear it. So if there was a real emergency, I'd be in big trouble. Of course, somebody would probably come and knock on my door and say, hey, come on. It's got to be at least a 5. Okay. We will put it to upcoming with enough time for everyone. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay. I'm Katy. I live in Greenland. Most of y'all already know that. But if you're new to my channel, I'm an American and I moved to Greenland 12 years ago to be with my Greenlandic husband. So this is my home base now. I still go home to see my family and my children and my grands. And in fact, I probably will be in Florida in February because my husband is like, you need to go to Florida. So I'm going to go to Florida. So I haven't got to see my youngest grandchild. I have not got to hold her at all. And she's 3 years old now. So I was going to talk to you guys about a few things I would like to accomplish and what I'm going to show you tonight. So I made like a list, but I want to talk about one thing first. Thank you all who have been subscribing to my channel. Right now it's up to 925. And when my channel reaches 1,002, I will be I have already posted the link in the description box down in this live. So if you want to download the form, you can. Once I hit the 1,002 mark, I'm going to wait 2 weeks while everybody has a chance to fill out the forms and it starts coming through Google. And so make sure you put your email that I can actually see that's working. So you make sure your email is working. And here's what's going to happen. 2 weeks after I reach the 1,002 mark, I'm going to go live and we're going to have a drawing. And the drawing is going to give 4 lucky winners a $25 e-card that they'll get to choose either from Missouri Star or from FatQuarterShop or from Amazon. And in the form that you fill out to put your email and everything in, there's a choice of which one you would like to have as a gift card. So if you're a winner, then I already know what card to send to you in your email. Does everybody understand what I just shared with you? Any questions? Yeah, it's hard it's hard, especially when you know your oldest granddaughter is about to be 12 in December. So we have a plan on how to help her celebrate her birthday, even though we're far away. We'll be 6 hours apart in December, and her birthday's on the 17th of December. So what we're going to do is we have a battery of fireworks that I've had for, this is going to be that we haven't shot in the last 2 years. So I'm going to take it out to the lake and I'm going to go live with Abby and we're going to shoot off the fireworks and wish her a happy 12th birthday. I'll also be posting that link for the form in my community tab. I just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to put their name in the pot and nobody gets left out. Because not everybody attends a live, but will watch a replay. Okay, so now that we talked about that, some people want to learn how to make this friendship quilt. Hold on a minute. So here's what I need you got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of lives where we can sew together for those who want to do it and those who want to watch is okay. And so you have a choice of using 2 colors, or if you want to use 3 colors, you can. And what you need to do for the next week or so is decide what fabric you want to learn how to make this friendship quilt out of. But I have made a drawing, and this drawing is using 2.5 inch half square, 2.5 inch half squares and 2.5 inch squares. And so you have the choice of deciding what size you want your half squares and your square. So if you want the star to be bigger, then you can go bigger. If you want it to go smaller, then go smaller. I think I'm going to go smaller while I'm showing you how to make the star, but here's a drawing. I'm trying to get used to how, oh, can you see that okay? My grandmother or my grandsons are coming over to spend the night so I can stay online. Can't stay online. Hopefully I can catch a replay. I want to learn how to make that block too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want you to choose what size half square triangles you want to make. Pick your colors. And then on the next live, I'm going to walk you on. Now, if you already know what size half square triangle you're going to use, and you already know how to make half square triangles, then what you need to do is divide your half square triangles up where you're using, if you're going to say what I'm going to do is use 3 colors, okay? So to start what I'm going to do is I'm going to make enough to start out with 2 blocks so you can see how to hook them together. And so I haven't got an exact count because I don't know what size I want to make I think I'm going to make the, what do you call it? A wall hanging quilt to take the place of this quilt hanging up here. And that way I can leave it hanging up here to keep the light out during the daytime when I'm trying to do a live. But yeah, so I will write it out. I'm going to write a blog and explain how to do the half square triangles. I'm going to cheat and use half square triangle paper. But I will also show you how to do it the usual way of where you draw the lines and cut it down the middle after you've sewn both seams. And I'll do that, and I'll also write a blog about it. So how long do you think it would take you guys to decide on how much fabric or what fabric you're going to use to follow along with making this friendship quilt? Do you need a week, a couple weeks to get it all together, or can I just start next week and people can work at their own pace? You'll have to bear with me because this is, I'm going to try to, do something where y'all can watch me sew it. The channel's not moving. Oh, I know why it's not moving. Because I don't have it on live chat. Ah, there it goes. Half square triangle paper is no cheating. Is not cheating. Oh. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll get my fabric together. I thought about what y'all said about me using those flower fabrics. Because that'll be outside my comfort zone. So I'm thinking maybe I should go outside my comfort zone while I'm teaching you how to make these blocks. So what would you think about me using some of those flowers and then just decide what kind of background to use with all of them? What do you think about that? Yeah, because I want to do, 2 colors or 3 colors will be great. Do whatever works for you, Katie. Okay. This quilt behind me took 3 yards of fabric, and I cut all of the half square triangles from the fabric. It was yardage. I made a comment about, hold on, let me see if I can find the one that I was talking about, because I showed you guys in a live about these. I have a bunch of back quarters Yeah, here it is. And I have like 3 totes of these now of different color flowers. And I didn't know what to do with them. And somebody suggested my using them with the quilt behind me. This style of flowers. I have a whole boatload of them. And the reason I have them is because I didn't know what to do with them. They came, when you have a subscription since 2017, these get to here, get to there, and they add up. Yes, it's pre-cut friendly. You can use, well, if you want to make half square triangles from 5-inch charm packs, you can certainly do that. If you want to use the mini charm pack, you probably could do the same with them. Yes, along with she's Tangled that says yes, use them. Hi, Becca. So that's what I was thinking. I thought about bringing some of them out of my stash and then choosing a background, and then we'll see how it turns out. It may look pretty or it may not look so good. We'll find out. Okay, so that's the first thing. Yeah, Christmas fabric would also work because this won't take very long to make. I did all of this in 2 days, and I'm a slow sewer. So yeah. I agree. The flowers will look great with a trellis background. Okay. So I just have to decide on what trellis color I need to use with all of them. So I'll pull out a few of the fat quarters and we'll go from there. And I think I'm going to use 2.5 inch half squares to make it with. I hope Becca's feeling better. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll start with the mail first. Now that we've talked about the friendship quilt, and we've also talked about the drawing that I'm going to have. So we'll go ahead and do some opening of my mail, and then we'll go on and I'll start showing you some other things. So all of my mail has been opened. So forewarning you of that, because some of it I needed to make sure things were in there that was supposed to be. So who wants to guess where this came from? You see what color it is? If you're a PMQ person, I bet you know. Anyone want to guess? No? Okay. So this one is from CottonCuts, and I went ahead and ordered the background for my Village Green begonia. And let me show you the colorway of the begonia. This is the colorway. And the background is this one right here. So now I'll show it to you. So it came in a package like this. And always when CottonCuts sends things, they like to put cards in here. So this one says, thank you from CottonCuts. CottonCuts provides quality fabric. If you would like to try our monthly box, use a code which is put on here for 10% off a first classic or modern maker membership. Go to cottoncuts.com. And on the back, it has how to sew a scrunchie. Oh, I can't wait to see how it comes out too. I noticed you were doing the same as I was doing. Were you doing a small or a big one? You also get a block of the month card. And on the back, if you color it, you can participate in the CottonCuts color challenge. And as long as you get your card in or on the website, or not website, on the CottonCuts fabric group or the CottonCuts fabric group in Facebook, and you tag it number CC color challenge, you'll go into a drawing. You can also make this block and use it also for a CottonCuts color challenge. And that means your name is in the pot twice. And they'll pick someone from, a winner for the card and a winner for if they've sewn one. Mm. And then this one is about their Java subscription. And let me show you what a Java subscription looks like. I won this in the last all-day CottonCuts Piazza sew-along after they did the reveal. And this is Java. Look at that. You see all those pretty colors? Ooh. So let me show you one at a time. So this one was July. Something happened to the first one that they sent out in May, or at the end of May, 1st of June. It disappeared in the mail system and never got here. So I contacted them, let them know that, you know, almost 3 months had passed by, and said, well, pick what you want. And so I picked the July one, and that's what they sent me. Cool, Becca. So you and me are you adding anything extra to yours? Hi, Lori. So these was from the Java. You get 12 of them. Okay, so let me show you the background I ordered for my village green. No, they're yardage. It's 6 yards worth of background fabric. That's what I bought, was 6, because I like to order more than I might need, and then I have leftovers I can use for another project. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you. Oh, is first I want to show you this. I know a lot of you already saw this if you watched my short, but see the basket? These baskets are made from Ethiopia. And this one came with a lid, and I've been using it for my yarn. But the other day, I was in the shop and look what I found in their shop, a smaller one. It is adorable. And the lid comes off. And that's what it looks like on the inside. And these are all handmade from Ethiopia. Okay. Okay, the next one is from Missouri Star. I ordered some more yardage. I had one of my PMQs that were like number 2, I believe number 2. At that time I was really new to CottonCuts PMQ, so I didn't know you should order background, or not background, but backing. And so I never got backing for one of the ones I'm almost finished with. So Missouri Star had this Jason Yenter, because the quilt top that I'm almost finished with is mostly Jason Yenter. And so I found this on Missouri Star, and it'll be great for the back. Do I need to take it out of the back so you can have a better look at it? Somebody? Who got picked on the, oh, Cat is still doing that. Hi, Susan. She probably used taps. I got to fix the button. I don't know how to fix it. Hello, I'm new to your channel. Greetings from Vienna, Austria. Hi, Beatrix. welcome to the channel. And it's nice to know that there's somebody on this side of the pond. I'm going to take this out of the bag. So you can get a better look at it and there won't be no glare. So this one is Garden of Dreams 2 Floral Dream Purple Yardage. And I bought 6 yards. Yeah, I was on somebody's channel the other day, Kathleen, and the bot kept nailing me because I was typing too fast. So maybe YouTube has, I don't know, made some kind of setting change. I don't know. So that was the one. Now I'll show you. I bought some more of the dark blue that I'm using for my Moda Blockheads blocks because I'm doing a dark background on this particular sew along. Another thing, you know, I haven't made anything with a dark background. And so I chose to do a dark blue. And this is the color I've been using. So I bought some more of that. And this is Brilliant Blue Batik Solids Storm Yardage. And both the Jason Enter and this came from Missouri Star. And I put links down in the description box to tell you where to go to find it. Okay. The next thing, this one is from another Missouri Star. They have something called the bundle shipping program, and they'll hold your stuff for 2 weeks. And if you want to keep adding to the box after you already paid for your shipping, then once you reach the 2 weeks and everything you bought during that 2 weeks will go into shipping, but sometimes they'll split it apart and ship them differently. So here's more of that same blue because I really like this dark color and I want to be able to make a big enough quilt without running out. So that's the blue. And then they had this interesting batik on sale, and I only got a yard because that's all they had left. And I thought it had a nice, cool looking, it'll be fun to use it on something since I'm so crazy for batiks. So check this out, you guys. It's really cool looking. Isn't that neat? And this is called Chromatic Batiks Orbital Midnight Blue Yardage. So pretty cool, huh? What works not fit? Terry says, yep, it was the caps. I think I've released the messages for viewing. Okay. Thanks, Martha. Thanks to you and Teresa, whatever you're having to do to fix that. Okay. The next box is from FatQuarterShop. I normally don't put stuff inside I bought another one of these. Sorry. They normally don't put their stuff inside of here. They usually put it on top of it, but this came with everything inside of it. So let me share with what I got. Look at this, you guys. This is a Ruby Star Society Christmas ornament. Be careful, don't get banned. So isn't that adorable? Here, I'll take it out so you can have a better look. Everybody happy with what I'm doing right now? Wow, they really got this thing fastened in here. Anyway, I took the plastic off of it. If you pin your face in Zoom, it will let us see just one camera and we can get a closer shot of what you're trying to do when you're done. Unboxing, you can unpin. Okay, that's on Zoom, right, Becca? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Where are the two dots on this? Okay, is that better? Isn't he adorable? I saw it, and I wish they'd have had more of these. I would have bought a few more of them for my tree. Thank you, Becca. I didn't know that, but now you taught me something else new. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, well, we'll do the yardage last, but I also bought this from FatQuarterShop, Simply Jelly Rolls by It's So Emma. She was showing this on one of her lives. Every now and then I like to buy a new book so I can get some ideas from patterns. So I'm just gonna kind of flip through it fast because yeah, we don't have time to do all. This one here. I don't know if it shows all the quilts in the back or not. I don't think so. So anyway, it's so you can use jelly rolls to make several quilts. There is a total of 16 quilts you can make that's inside this book. Do I need to tell what the price is of that, Becca? I think that ornament's pretty too. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you is they had this on sale, the calico 10 by 10 design board for $7. So I picked up one of those. Now, look at all this yummy. Okay, the blue one. I put down in the description box, I put down all the names of the fabric I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to show you the fabric. And if you have a question, just post on the comments down below the description box after the video's over with, and I'll let you know what the name of the actual one is. So here's the first one. And I bought a half a yard. And this is batik. And I bought a yard of this. And I bought some more background, only these dots are smaller and they're not as vivid. And there's looks like 2 yards. And then I picked up this it's a purple, but the light's really not showing it. It's like a plum color, more or less. I'm going to use that with my son's. I'm going to be sharing a UFO work, is a UFO and a WIP at the same time. And I've been making his so they don't have flowers in them and stuff. And I have found different patterns I can use as part of what I'm using. And then there's this blue that I can use with my red, white, and blue among the stars that I'm working on. Hi, Lemore. Hi to anybody else that just walked in. And then this is a batik. And this particular batik, I think it's the same thing I got in my September CottonCuts box. So I'm gonna leave this out and see if I'm right on that. But it's mood skates, artisan batiks, sunrise water drops yardage for this one. Can you see? Mute is difficult though, because you have to mute the audio and the microphone, and Zoom doesn't allow you to fully mute the sound. Is the sound doing wrong, guys? For people, from what other people do, I have to play around this week before my live. Kelly, Sean is the man, and so is Becca. Both of them, but Becca's really busy all the time, so I don't know, but Sean might be willing to help you too, because he's sure been helping me. We figured out what I did wrong for the last live. Okay, so that was all the yardage. And then of course there's the project container. I'll take that one out. Okay, I didn't, y'all were talking about sound, so I didn't know if something was wrong. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you one more mail, and this is for FatQuarterShop Classic Box. This one is the September box, and I just got it, I don't know, about a week ago. And I'm just gonna take everything out and show you the fabric. And I have also put the links to the ones that you can actually find on CottonCuts. I've already posted a link for those as well. So the first thing I'll show you is, like I've been talking about, we get a card. You will never have this day again, so make it count. And then on the back, it tells you what they put inside of the box. So inside of this box, I got batiks found by Carrie Bloomster for Anthology Fabrics, a holiday seasonal Christmas Eve by Layla Boutique for Moda Fabrics, and Blender Summer Breeze by Jason Yenter for In the Beginning Fabrics. So those are what's in the box. The lanyard for this month. No, I haven't, Becca. I don't know if I have enough on for her to think about it. I don't know. Maybe I could. I wouldn't mind doing being a Java ambassador and making projects out of it. So here's the lanyard for this month. And you also get, like I was talking about earlier, the block of the month that you can make, and you can color the back. If you color the back and make the block, you can put hashtag CC Color Challenge and post it in the CottonCuts Fabric group of Facebook, and on Instagram you can do the same thing, and your name will be pulled. It'll pull your, when they get ready to give 2 lucky winners a prize, your name can be pulled up that way. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll think. Does it take a long time to wait to find out? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open them as I get them out of the box, okay? So this one is a batik. Wow, my laptop didn't like that one. And then there's this one. Let me see who this one's by. This is by Moda Fabrics. Going to the Woods is Going Home by John Muir or Moore. So that must be the yeah, that must be the blender, I guess. It doesn't look like a blender. Okay, now here's some Christmas ones. There's Fa La La La. And here's another Christmas one. Wow, the light. This is actually like a cream color background with red and green. So I don't know why the camera's having trouble with that one. Yes, I am, Janet. I'm doing both the Sugary Dew. Oh, I meant to tell you about that basket. I'm doing the Sugary Dew sew along for Happy Notes. I have the book right here. I was going to show it to you again. And I'm also the Advent box. Her Advent box is going to have you making something by doing some task every day when you open. So I'll also be doing that. So it's going to be fun to see what happens. So here's another Christmas one from the same one from who did we say it was from? Christmas Eve by Layla Batik. So here's the next one. Okay, and this one is from the Batik found by Carrie Bloomston for Anthology. And then this one is Jason Yenter. Tell by Man, Jason Yenter makes some really cool stuff. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Hey, I could probably use this on the friendship quilt. What do you think? Yeah, I knew about it because I had ordered the book, and inside the book came a brochure that said, stay tuned for an Advent box. So I was already aware of it. And she had done a video to say when the opening for the Advent box was going to happen. So I didn't go to bed that night. And as soon as the hour hit, I was on there. And here's another Jason Yenter. And then there's this one. This one's interesting. What would y'all do with this one? I'd like to, anybody got an idea what you could use it for? And then there's this very strange batik. Check it out. I'm gonna open it all the way up. Look at that. This is definitely different. I've never seen one like this before. Pork chops, it might be. Okay, the next one, this is also a batik, and this is another different kind of design. Oh, it is not the same, I don't think. Well, and then this is a different color from the batik I showed you I got from FatQuarterShop. Look at the color of this one, but they look almost the same. No, I didn't start early. I started it, but you took. Oh, I started earlier because I was making sure everything worked, if that's what you mean. Hi, Sean. Okay. I wanted to also share some of y'all have seen where I posted on Becca's group the I made a little wall hanging quilt from this pattern, and I put a Moda Blockheads love block inside the center of it, and it went to my swap partner, and I'm going to show you what a swap partner sent back to me. I don't think I might have shared it, but I don't think I did. And then this is the back of it. So it has a she even put a quilt label on it too, see? So there's that. Okay. Since we've been discussing Sugary Dew, for those of you who don't know what Sugary Dew is, or who they are, or who she is, she lives in the Netherlands, and back in late 2019, I had joined the group because there was a discussion about doing a quilt along, and somebody had told me about her. And so I joined, and on my first live, I showed you guys my Sugary Dew Bernina quilt top. That was the first so long I did with her, and that was a year long. She's starting on November the 22nd. This I'll show you the quilt, what it's going to look like. It's going to start on the 22nd of, I already said that like 3 times, didn't I? Sorry. And she's going to host it for a year. And she's just going to have you do a certain amount every month. So you'll have all month to work on whatever she assigns. She has a jar that has little cards inside of it. And you're not going to know which one you're doing until she pulls the card out and it tells us what block we're going to be making, because most of us have a book. And so you could probably think about starting row to row, and she wants everybody to kind of, let's do it together kind of thing. If you can't afford to buy the book itself, you can go on her website and buy the ebook, and you can download it, and you can still participate in the quilt along. And you should be able to print out the paper piecing part that comes in the back of the book. About 50% of this book is the paper piecing part. Also, like I mentioned about the Advent, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a video every time I make a block for this. And I'll in December, I will be posting short little videos about the Advent box. And here's how I'm going to handle my Advent box for Sugary Dew. I'm going to be doing a once a week video for that particular thing because we're going to be doing a project. So I'll be pulling out day 1 to day 7. And I'm going to combine all of them and open them one at a time on the video. And then whatever assignment you get, I'll do the assignment and then put that in with the video so you can see what I'm making. And I will only do that video once a week, all the way till you're at the end of it. I'm doing a collaboration with Danny of Not So an Expert. I probably said that wrong. Me and her are going to be doing once a week another unboxing Christmas box. So she's going to do CottonCuts, Cotton Rosa Your Way, and I'm going to do CottonCuts, Batiks Rosa Your Way. So, and we're going to do it together as a live that will only go like 25 minutes maybe, or 30 minutes, and then we'll be done. So stay tuned for when we start posting the link of when we're actually going to start that, and we'll do a week at a time. So we'll go from day 1 to 7 and open them right on the live video, show you what we got, both of us, and then the following week we'll do another one just like that. So it's not going to be an everyday affair. I don't have time, and I know she doesn't. So and I'm hoping that I can probably come up with a plan of making something. I don't know. We'll see what happens, because I'm still learning the technology, so it depends. And did anybody have a question before I move on to the next thing? Janet Johnson asks what fabric I'm using. What fabric on what? Sean, does it look okay to you? All the camera stuff? I took a lamp out of the bedroom and brought it in here since my ring light died. Hi, Chloe. Janet asked a question. Janet, what fabric are you asking about? How much is, oh, the hold on a minute. I need to look up the ebooks. This book itself costs $30, but then you pay $10 for shipping, so it's $40. The ebook, I think, is this maybe the same price. Let me look. Hold on a second. Find my mouse. Give me a minute. I'm going over there to look for it, see what the price of the ebook is. Happy notes. Where's the ebook? The ebook is 27.50 pounds. No, euros. Sorry, my bad. So the book itself was 30 euros plus 10 euros. So you'll have to figure out what that is in US dollars. I paid with Danish kroner, so I didn't really notice exactly how expensive it really was. Yeah, so 27.5 euros plus, yeah, there won't be no shipping. So you might want to, just do the ebook if you can't afford to buy the book itself and pay for shipping also. But you'll need one or the other if you want to participate in the sew along, from what I'm getting from her. Anybody else have a question before I start on the next thing? Oh, fabric for happy notes. I'm probably going to use batik because I don't have enough cotton variation in my house to probably do any of it. So I'm just, let me show you where I'll probably be working out of. I'm going to have to unplug this from the power source. So I have been buying Fat Quarter bundles. Some of them came from Missouri Star when they were doing 50% off, 40% off. So for the last year and a half, every time they do a 30 to 50% off of a bundle, I pick one up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use out of that to do the sugary dew. And I haven't decided on the background yet, but I'm thinking about using turquoise, since I have plenty of turquoise and yardage. Hi, Candace. It does show US dollar, doesn't it? Must be the year. Oh, it says 29.11. Okay. Yeah, the US dollar's up right now. For every $1 is 7 kroners right now. 7 kroners for every 1 US dollar. So the dollar's up right now, which for the US, that's good. For us wanting to spend in the US, that's not so good. Okay. Anyone else want to ask anything before I start to the next? Okay. I'm going to show you guys some works in progress along with some UFOs, and I want to make a challenge. So And you can pick whatever UFO or work in progress you're working on. And it doesn't have to be something big, just something that you need to finish or you want to continue to work on until you finish it. So you can finish a UFO top or, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. Or you can take a quilt top that needs to be quilted, a small quilt, and make a sandwich and quilt it and try to finish that one project, just one, by the end of the year. But you don't have to. I'm hoping that I can finish some of my WIPs by the end of the year, especially the ones that need quilting, because I have several smaller quilt tops that there's no excuse for me not to do them on this machine. If you're going to quilt it, you could also go all the way through January 1. So all I'm thinking about is if you finish one thing to the completion that you're trying to finish it to. So say you have a bunch of blocks that need to be sewn together to make a quilt top, and you get that sewn together and finished by December 31st, then that's what you've accomplished during that time frame. If it's a quilt top that needs to be sandwiched and you know how to quilt it, that could be a project. So just one project is all I want to challenge you on. And then the day after New Year's, I will do another giveaway. And I have some fabric that FatQuarters that I probably could give away, as long as y'all don't mind waiting a month to get it. If your name gets drawn, you won't have to pay for shipping. I'll pay for it. I don't mind doing that. And when I figure out what I'm going to use for that, and I'm probably going to give a couple of gift cards because, it's just people would rather buy what they want, and I don't blame them. So, there'll be that offering. So let me show you a few things that I have been working on. That's either I finished a quilt top. Yeah, a baby quilt. Yeah, exactly. So let me show you some of my quilt tops that are small enough for me to quilt, even if I straight line. I haven't learned how to do free motion quilting, but I know how to straight line quilt. So there's no excuse for me not to do this. And I'm going to be doing it just like if you were going to do it. So there's this one from Becca's class, my table runner. This is all batiks. So this is one of them that needs a back on it. And see, it's a small project. So any small project, if you have time between now to the end of December, would be easy for somebody to do. Please show you. Oh, okay. So there's this one that I have that needs to be quilted. And then this is the first one I made from Becca's class. And I wasn't all that happy with it. But what I'm going to do with this one here is I'm going to do free motion on it and learn how to free motion it. And if it doesn't come out right, I'm okay with that. Did y'all see that okay? Am I going too fast with showing it? This is a baby quilt top. This came from Missouri Star, and I bought one of those newbie boxes where it comes with the fabric and different little notions. And this is the first quilt top I probably made to begin with, before my sugary do. And then this came from an October, hold on. Yeah, this came from an October 28 Sew Sampler box. And I actually did this one. And this one was done after the baby one. But I put red in here just because I wanted it to look different. What do y'all think about that? And this one that I'm going to show you, FatQuarterShop, Kimberly did a beginners, what was it called? It was something beginners quilt along, beginners quilt along. And she every week we did a certain a block. So I'm gonna show you row to row because I'm pretty sure you're not seeing all of it. Let me turn it around. Wait a minute, hold on a second, guys. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing. This is the next row. And this is batik, by the way. And this is the last row. So these are all finished quilt tops that need a back on them. So I'm going to pick one of them. I'm really thinking about doing the sew sampler one, doing that one first, because it's a cool looking quilt top, and it would be great to hang it up here behind me because it's just the right size. Let me get back where I can see what y'all are singing. What did y'all think about all of those? Okay, now I'm going to show you some blocks so you can have an idea in case you have, blocks that you haven't, put together. This one's not, I don't have all the blocks for this one done yet because I'm making it for my son. And I'm being kind of selective on fabric because I want to use fabric that's beautiful, but don't have flowers in it. Because I want something that's kind of him. So I made him a love block. That's going to go probably on the back. And these blocks are by Pat Sloan. Another one by Pat Sloan. And you notice I'm using this as my accent color. The I can't think of what those are called. And then there's this one, another Pat Sloan block. Yeah, I'm only showing you a portion. The other thing is on my next live, I'm going to challenge you guys to list all of your UFOs and WIPs on a list. This is Pat Sloan. And here's another one by Pat Sloan. And I'm not sure if I'm going to stick this one in there or not. It's probably the wrong color with, I don't think it's going to match with the rest of it. So I will probably use this in another quilt top. But I like how it came out, especially that pinwheel smack dab in the middle of it. Okay, so those are all the ones that are for my son. And the next one I'm going to show you is the one that I'm doing with VIP. That's not finished. And I'm also going to show you some of CottonCuts color challenge blocks that I've made. We'll share those with you too. So this is from Among the Stars by FatQuarterShop. Among the Stars again by FatQuarterShop. And this is through the VIP so long we have been doing, but I am behind, way behind. So that's probably what I'm going to do during the retreat is work on these blocks. So here's the first one. Here's a different variation of that same block because I'm making two, because one of them's going to go to my daughter because she was in the Navy, and I'm going to make her a quilt of valor, and my friend is going to quilt it for me so that I can give it to her. And this is the next block. You're going to see two of the same blocks, but they're not the same. Look at the different coloration. I changed, like this one has the red box right here, this red box. The other one's going to be different, or the center might be different. Like I changed the center on this one. And these did have negative space in the middle, and I stuck stuff in the middle of them. And then this is a different variation using blue. And again, I put stuff in the middle where there was supposed to be negative space. And here's the other variation of the blue. And this one, oh my goodness, I love this one. Check it out, you guys. Yeah, this is what I do when I'm not tour guiding during the summer. I spend a lot of time sewing in the winter month, trying to, because I have this thing about if I don't keep my brain busy, I don't want to end up, you know, with, I don't want to be put in a hospital where somebody has to take care of me because I've gone senile. So I'm trying to keep my brain busy. This is a mini of a CottonCuts color block. See? The size of my hand. So I'm moving on to the CottonCuts. Okay, so here's the card. And then this is the bigger block. And this block was made from a Stitch It kit using one of the monthly blocks. This one, next one is off of this card. Somebody messaged me. Whoever messaged me on Messenger, I can't read it right this minute. I'll look at it when I get done. There's this very interesting block. It's showing like a 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional, but I don't think my block looks anything like that. And then there's this one. And these ones, most of these that you're seeing of the color challenge is also from fabric that came in my classic cut box. There's this one. The style, but you're going to see I did it totally different. I changed it. This is what I did. This was my interpretation of it because I didn't know how to do part of that. So I did it like this. And look at all that empty space in the middle. This next one. And there's this style. And this fabric is part CottonCuts and part yeah. And you also, if you notice right here, this is what's in the friendship quilt behind me. And then there's this style. And I love this one. What do y'all think about this one? Hi to anybody who just walked in. Yeah, I know, Kelly. I just need to figure out how many I want to put in one quilt. Some of them I need to make extra to, make them all match. Or I could just be weird and make them all scrappy. And then the last one is this one. So all of those were CottonCuts color challenge blocks. Do y'all want to see more? Because I have more if you want to see it. Do you want to see more? Uh-oh. I don't know how long I've been going now. Someone tell me how to look to see how long I've been going. Well, it's 8 o'clock now and I started at 6, so I've been going 2 hours, haven't I? No, 1 hour. Do y'all want to go another 30 minutes or so? Okay, because I have more I can show with you that I need to work on, that I need to finish. I am going to have to go back and look at all of them. Yeah, I probably went too fast. So while I was in California, that 7 months when I was sick, I had ordered a small Janome machine from Yeah so that I could sew because I just couldn't vegetate in front of the TV the whole time. I just couldn't do it. I needed to keep I had my son doing gardening outside, so that helped satisfy some of my need to do something. And but I needed to sew also. So I was working on, I believe Becca did a jelly roll race for this pattern, if I remember right. And I started it, but I haven't finished it. And I'm thinking seriously that I need to finish this one because it would make a great gift for one of my kids or for one of the grands for that matter. And I have plenty to finish it with. Okay, so part of it's already sewn together, I think. Uh-oh. Okay, so here's the part that's already sewn together. And this is all batik as well. Can't you tell? I love batiks. But I think Becca's the one that did this jelly roll race, if I remember right. I just didn't finish mine. And I'll show you some of the blocks that are ready to be put on. Uh-oh. Maybe not. These are all in pieces. It would take too long to show you all of them. They're in strip sets of 2. Here, I'll show you what I mean. They're like this. And then you sew them. Some of them will stay, you know, like this. And then some of them will get one side of it with a half square triangle on it. So yeah. And then you sew it all together and you end up with pinwheels throughout the quilt top. Yeah, the paper piecing's a little scary, I agree. But once you get the hang of it, it is fun. Because I've only done small projects. I haven't really done a big one. So this quilt along that I'll be doing will definitely be challenging. These pinwheels, remember how I was showing you this strip with just one side of a half triangle? I kept all of these pieces and I sewed them together and look what they created. And they're going to go in the back of that quilt that I'm got to finish. See, even scraps can turn into something pretty. There's this one. I'm having trouble yeah, here we go. There's that one. And this one. So you can see some of them have that inside pinwheel because of where I cut the block off. So yeah, and all of them actually have that internal pinwheel, but like on this one, you can't really see it because that purple right here blends in with the purple behind it or at the end of it. Can you see that? Yeah, the pattern is pretty easy. I didn't think it was all that hard to do. I just didn't get it finished because my daughter kept coming in there and saying, Mom, change it, because she was in there she originally wanted it. So she kept coming in there, Mom, change it to this. Mom, change it to that. And it started making it overcomplicated. And yeah. So I didn't get it finished, but I'll get it finished and then I'll just give it to her and she'll have to be happy with what I did to it. Okay, so there was that. The other project that's been sitting on the back burner for a while. How many of you have participated in a block swap? Anyone? No one? I don't even know if I can get these out because of the way I got, oh, here. So this one's going to be another red, white, and blue quilt because the blocks that we swapped were red, white, and blue. And so I made 12 blocks and all the participants also made 12 blocks and then they were sent all over the place. So I sent 11. I kept one for myself and then the other 11 was mailed all over the place. So I had a couple that went to Australia, one went to New Zealand, and the rest went to the United States. And I received some from the United States. So the ones I haven't got sewn together yet, because I'm doing something special around them. This one came from Texas, I think. There's this one. I already started putting borders on them, so they all have a similar border. So I've gotten that far with these. There's this one. Then here's one where I have it partially sewn together by a row. Or partial rows, yeah. And I made these little, these small blocks are going to be on each one of those rows like that. But the blocks on the outside were come from someone. They're not made by me. Just the center part right here, and the border I put around the block is what I sewed on there. And then there's this one. This one's partial. Oh, y'all gonna. This is where I've gotten 2 rows sewn together. And all of the blocks are by other people, but this one down here, that's my block. The one in the bottom center. So let me hang it back or hold it back up again. I bet a bunch of y'all have learned something about me today, haven't you? Bet you didn't know I could sew. Oh, I know, and I think these colors are just exceptional that I'm using for the red, white, and blue quilt. I really like the muted background ones, even the lighter backgrounds with the blue stars on them. I think they're really cool. What block swap did you participate in, Kathleen? Yeah, the stripe going down in between them brings them all together. The only one that I'm having a hard time with is the one with the truck. I don't know where to put the one with the truck. But you probably recognize the stripes with the little stars. Those are Lisa Bonjean's patterns, and I just made them to go in between each block. Oh, that's a cool idea, Kathleen. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, a couple things I want to touch base with you guys about or make you aware of is if you're a PMQ person and you haven't gotten with me to share your first picture of your first PMQ block, could you please do so? Because I want to put it on my blog, because I'm making this blog has gotten long now, and I'm sharing everybody's first time doing it. And it could be a quilt top or it can be the completed. It does not have to be sandwiched and sewn for you to share it. Send me a text or something and say, hey, I got a picture to share with you. And if you want to say anything about it, truck should go front and center. Okay. Thank you for saying that, because I wasn't sure where the heck to put it. Okay. The other thing about CottonCuts where's the dates? If you're doing the Village Green, the reveal is going to be November 3rd at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, November 3rd, okay? November 4th, we are, CottonCuts is sponsoring an all-day sew-along to put your quilt clues together. And I could tell you that if you show up and you sew the whole day with everybody, you will get all your quilt done except maybe a border. I did it with the Piazza, and I tell you what, sewing with so many was such a positive, good thing, and it really motivated me to finish putting all the clues together. And during that 12 hours, I think we sewed, or 10 hours. I don't know exactly how long it was. I finished my quilt top except the border. So if I can do it as a slow sewer, anyone can. So make sure you go to the Mystery Quilt group and the CottonCuts fabric group and keep an eye out for when they start posting about the Zoom for the November 4th day. The live, like I said, will be November 3rd at 9:30 Central Standard Time. What else do I want to talk to you about? Next weekend is Sew Becca's VIP group. If you go to sewbecca.com and you'll see a section where it says go to be or says VIP, sign up for VIP and you can participate in the retreat that's going to be next weekend. And then every month we have a Zoom once a month, just like we do with CottonCuts. And your VIP group, VIP people get to participate. And every quarter we have so Becca hosts a virtual retreat, and the virtual retreat is a lot of fun. She gives, she offers a pattern that you can learn, and or you can just sew and have a good time, whichever you want to do. And it's a really good chance to meet other fellow quilters that you might not know in person. So make sure you look at the sewbecca.com website to sign up for VIP if you hadn't done it already. Don't forget, I'm going to post about the drawing on both my community page, and I've already put something in the description box, and I'll also post a link in the comment section down below the description box about that. But remember, I have to reach 1,002 before I can start setting a date for the drawing for the 4 gift cards. That's $25 per gift card, so somebody's going to be happy about making a $25 gift card they can go spend on the 3 different places if you want. You can either do Missouri Star, FatQuarterShop, or Amazon. And on the form that you fill out, you pick the one you want to get the gift card for, and that's what I will purchase on your behalf, and it'll be emailed to you. So y'all get the word out and try to push me over so that I can give you guys something to thank you back for. I will announce on my, I don't know if I set the live today for Saturday. I don't know if this was a good time to do it. So give me some feedback in the comments below the description box on whether you thought this was a good time for me to have a live, or do you think I should do it on a Tuesday night? Because Wednesday's going to be booked up with me and Martha. So let me know what you think about when you would like to see a live. What is a better date? I don't want to be in conflict with anybody on a Friday or a Sunday, unless there's somewhere for me to squeeze in between them. I just don't want to be doing something at the same time. Those who've been doing this for a long time have been doing it. And you're welcome, Becca. So thank you for tonight. If you have questions, you better ask me now, because I think it's probably time for me to stop. I've been talking a long time. And yeah. Any questions? Come on, you guys. I know you gotta want to ask something. Tuesday night, I usually watch So Yeah. Yeah, I know you do. But I don't always go on there anymore. So you think today was a good time as to versus doing it a Tuesday night? I say do what works for your schedule, Katie. There's always a replay if you're the same time as someone else. Okay, that's good advice, Becca. This is a good time, Frank says. I tried to squeeze in between somebody else you had as a live, and then I know that So Yeah is going live. Let's see what time. So Yeah is not live yet, so I don't know if there was anybody else in between that and So Yeah or not. I tried to look, and thank you, Teresa. I am so happy my technology is working, y'all, because the other night was a train wreck. Everyone is on Saturday, but it's up to you. Hi, Pat. I didn't even know you were here. Thank you, Lori. I just want to make it easy so if somebody doesn't have to feel guilty if they, you know what I mean? I want to be cognizant of other people's feelings. Everyone, yeah. Who else is on Saturdays, Pat, besides Stephanie Stitches? And so, yeah, I know that Sean is on extremely early in the morning, but was there someone else? Ah, Peggy says she likes this time frame. I think it's a good time frame because it keeps me from doing it at midnight, you guys. If I wait till 8 o'clock, or no, if I wait till 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, that puts me at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If I do it even later than that, it runs me into midnight. Mom and Pop did it at 1. Okay, so I didn't even get on their toes. Sean is in the morning, yep. And I watched him this morning. Anyone else? Katie, you will work out a time. Just do your thing. Okay, I will. I just wondered if y'all liked it better on Saturday or better on a weekday. I was kind of wanting to get a feel for that. Nikolai's good. Fish shrimping is going really well right now. They're up to almost 2 million kroners, which is probably about close to $1 million in US dollars. So, and the shrimps they're catching are the kind that goes to Japan, which means they're the size of your hand. So that means they'll make lots of money. I like this time, just do whatever works best for you. Listen, I'll say it again. Do what works for your schedule. Your vibe will attract your tube. If people prefer to watch you live, great. Otherwise, they can watch you replay. Thank you, Becca. Personally, I'm more apt to watch on a Saturday evening versus a weekday evening. Okay. Saturday afternoon is fine, like today. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the feedback. That's really what I wanted to hear. He told me to tell all of y'all hello from Mistress of the Sea. It's a big joke between me and him. The Sea is his part-time wife, and I'm his full-time wife, only half-time. But he had brought up something the other day about January, and I kind of I didn't mean to ignore what he said, but it had to do with what happened on his job. So another night I'll tell you about that, of what happened to him in January of this year. Yeah, this year it happened. Yep. So anyhow, anybody else want to ask me anything, or we want to see something? I know you all want to see me sew, and I'm trying to figure out how to get that going where I can, I love him so much, Becca. He has made my life so good. I'm a happy camper over here. And I'll tell him that all of y'all said hi back. Thanks, Marie. Do you guys hear a noise coming from the background? Really? Come here. This is Nora. No, don't lick my face. Uh-oh, we're cutting my hair. You see this worm? She's like a worm, a big worm. She doesn't know how to be still in my arms. That's her making that racket at my feet. She's telling me, feed me. Yeah, crybaby. Do you know when I have a little story about the breeder, about her. We thought we were going to spend a couple years on the waiting list because it's hard to get a female that color. I didn't know it's like 1% of the breeding litters get that color as female. 1%. So because they have all these new colors. And she says, I'll put you on the waiting list. I have a litter coming in December. We'll see what happens. I got an email from her telling me that her puppies were born, and she said they were the noisiest lot she had ever seen. They were all very vocal. And guess what was in the middle of that litter? A little black and red female pup. Her name is Nora. And she's a standard Dachshund. And I also have a German Shepherd dog called Coda. I'll show him next time on my live. He's 9 years old now, so he definitely looks like an old man. Hi, Glenda. All right. Anybody else want to ask anything before I call it? And thank you all for your support. I so appreciate it. Oh, so then you know how it is, Marie. A waiting list can go, you can be waiting a long time to get what you want. And I want it. The sad thing is we need to get another Dachshund. And I really want to get it from Russia, but I can't bring myself to put money into the war machine. So what do? If me and my husband know we need to get another one because code is going down, and Nora will just, yeah, it'll be bad for Nora if Coda dies before I find one. And Denmark, their standard Dachshunds are 2 times more money. So we're still looking. How long have you been waiting, Marie? Thank you, Beverly. My mother has a Dachshund and Terrier mix. I came over here with a Dachshund Terrier mix. She passed away in January of 2018. Broke our heart. I was in California when it happened. I tell you what, sometimes California brings bad luck. She says, hopefully soon before. Oh, wow. How long? So you don't know how long have you been waiting? Yeah, I'm going to see how much they run in UK, but Denmark's crazy priced. I don't know why a registered standard Dachshund costs 2 times more than it does in Russia. It makes no sense to me. And the only reason I like the breeder, I love the bloodline that Nora came from because she is not afraid of anything. She doesn't have that shake that you see in a mini Dachshunds. And she lets the whole world know that she's as big as the German Shepherd is. So, you know, and that's what I want. It was a dog with a strong constitution because fireworks get shot off here all the darn time. And the last 2 years they've been blowing up rock, which shakes our house. And, you know, it's hard on animals when all of that's going on. So you need a dog that doesn't mind that kind of stuff. And she definitely does it. I waited 9 months, Marie. But I wasn't in a hurry either. I knew sooner or later something would happen. $2,500 is a lot for a cat, but Maine Coons are, yeah, they are. You hardly ever see one. And if you spend that kind of money in it, you know, you generally don't. Somebody asked me, well, you bought a pure breed. Were you planning on breeding? They asked me that about the German Shepherd and about Nora. And I'm like, no, I've had German Shepherds all of my adult life, registered ones. I have never, ever bred any of them. And I just don't. I don't believe in doing that just because I want a certain breed of dog. There's too many mutts around already. And I like mixed breeds. The only reason I don't get, adopt one here is because there's too much line breeding going on. And I don't want a dog that's going to have more health problems than I can keep up with. All right. Thank you so much. And I think I should call it. And I will post on the next live. So it looks like y'all like Saturday the best. So I will probably do that again. And thank you. And I hope you enjoyed what I showed you. So I'll probably try to, don't forget to decide what fabrics you want to use for the friendship quilt, okay? And I'll get my blog up to kind of walk you through how to prepare. But this one only took 3 yards and it was a 4.5-inch half square triangle I used. And I used 3 different colors. The yellow was the trellis and the rest were the 2 stars. So, okay. See you guys. Love you guys. Bye.